Alright, what's up guys, this is Jake, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can go ahead and create Facebook video ads. So this video is going to be broken up into two parts. So part one, we're just going to be going over some tips and a template that you can actually use for creating your video ads. That way you have a good basis to know where to go ahead and get started from. And then part two, we're going to actually create an actual video ad live step by step. And we're going to be doing this using a web-based video creator called InVideo. So we're going to be getting more into that later. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the first part of the video and get into some tips and tricks for creating your Facebook video ads. So the first thing you want to try and do is try to make native content. So what this means is you want to make content that looks like it fits naturally into the Facebook feed. So if somebody is scrolling through their Facebook feed, you want to make sure that your video ad doesn't blatantly look like an ad. You want it to look more like a video that would naturally already be on Facebook, because no one really gets on Facebook to directly look at ads. They get on Facebook to look at content they like. So you want your ad to look as native as possible, because this is going to make it much more likely that people actually watch your ad. So another thing you can do to help boost the performance of your Facebook video ads, and this is also going to help make your content look more native as well, is to use user-generated content, because user-generated content is going to be more engaging and trustworthy. So if you don't know, user-generated content is pretty much going to be custom content that is showcasing your product in the video that has an actual person showcasing the product. So this could be you, or this could be customers or people you hire to do this. It could be anything. You could send your product to influencers to get user-generated content. There's a lot of different ways you can do it, but using user-generated content is going to help you make higher quality ads. So you can use things like customer video testimonials for this as well. You can have customers send you videos of them using your product, or you can go ahead and create your own content of you using or showcasing the product yourself, or like I said, send it to influencers. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can mix and match, and you can try a bunch of different ones, which is actually going to be the most recommended thing to go ahead and do, because Facebook is going to be all about split testing different things anyway. So use user-generated content. And moving into the next thing, you want to make sure that you create 10 or more variations of your ad to test out, because this will help you find out what works quicker. And Facebook ads are all about testing different creatives. So if you just have one video, it's a lot less likely that that video is going to be a huge performance winner, versus if you split test 10 different video ads, it's going to be a lot more likely that you find one or two that start to drastically outperform the rest. And they don't have to be completely different videos. Maybe you try out a couple different things, like the first 5 seconds of the video could be different. You could try out different hooks, different things like that, but you definitely want to have at least 10 variations of your video ad, because this is going to help you come across a winner a lot quicker. So when creating the video, you want to focus heavily on the first 5 seconds. So this is going to be the hook of the ad and or the scroll stopper. So this is going to be the most important part of the video, because this is what's going to need to capture the user's attention, and you only have this initial few seconds to capture the user's attention, and if you don't, they're going to keep scrolling past your ad. So the first 5 seconds is the most important part of the ad, so make sure you put the most effort into coming up with a good hook. Some example hooks can be questions, bold controversial statements, or you can highlight a specific problem that your product solves, or a special angle that your product is coming from. Another thing you want to make sure you do is use text captions in the video. So by default, the audio is off on videos in the Facebook feed. So you need to use text captions, so that way the user can read what is being said or what's actually being highlighted in the video. So you can have text captions that are essentially just closed captions of the voiceover that you have in the video, or the people talking in the video. You can just have closed captions, or if it's a video that has no talking or voiceover, you just want to have all text captions then highlighting what's actually going on in the video. And lastly, you want to make sure that the ad itself is quick, concise, and gets to the point quickly. No one wants to watch a 2-minute long video ad, especially in today's society where everyone's attention span is pretty much a goldfish. So you want to make sure that the ad is quick, concise, and it gets to the point quickly. So this is typically going to be 30 seconds or less. So here's an example ad template that you can go ahead and follow when you're creating your video ads that should help you to create high quality converting Facebook video ads. So like I said, the first 5 seconds is going to be the hook. So once again, this could be a question, bold statement, a problem highlighted, etc. You want to split test a bunch of different hooks. This is where you're probably going to want to have the most variation. So if you have 10 different variations of your ad, then you're probably going to want to have 10 different variations of hooks, because this is going to be the most important part of the ad. So the next 20 seconds of the ad is going to be the meat of the video. So this is where we can go ahead and further emphasize the problem, which in this case was spelling the word further wrong. We can also showcase how the product helps, and we can showcase benefits of our product as well. So this is where we're just going to be painting a better picture of our product, what it does, and how it can help the viewer. And then the last 5 seconds of the ad is just going to be a CTA, so the call to action. This is where we can go ahead and direct viewers to our website. So there's other templates that you can use, but if you use this simple template, it's going to be a very good skeleton and starting point for you to go ahead and create your Facebook video ads that you can copy and paste, and you can make all of your different ad variations using the same exact template. So with that said, now we're going to go ahead and jump into the actual video creation part of the video. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and get started with actually creating the actual ad here. So we're over here on invideo.io, which you can get to by clicking the first link in the description. And if you do decide to sign up for an InVideo paid plan, you can use code CEC25 to get 25% off your plan. So with that said, once you are on InVideo here, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to be presented with 3 different options here. We can use either pre-made templates, text to video, or blank canvas. So this is going to depend on whether or not you actually have your own content. So if you don't have a ton of your own content, you can go ahead and search through the pre-made templates. But in this case, we're going to be using our own content, so we're going to be using a blank canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And then we just have to go ahead and select the dimensions that we want to use. So the most common dimensions for Facebook is going to be square, because this is going to fit well on the Facebook feed and the Instagram feed. So I'm going to click on square and then click on create a video. Now we're inside of the InVideo video editor, and we're going to go ahead and familiarize ourselves with the platform here. So we can see right here, this is going to be where the video preview actually is, and then this is where we can go ahead and drag and drop our media in. So since we're going to be using our own content for creating this actual ad, what we're going to want to do is go over here to the top left, click on uploads, and click on upload media, and you want to go ahead and upload all of the media that you have here. So you can see here in this particular example, I've went ahead and already uploaded the media ahead of time for the sake of time in this video. So you'd go ahead and upload like product images, the user generated content that you have, and any videos of your product, etc. that you're going to be using for the ad. You'd upload them all here. And then once you've went ahead and uploaded them, we can go ahead and start actually populating this with content. So what we're going to go ahead and do first is we're going to start out with the hook. So remember the templates that we covered earlier. The hook's going to be the most important part. So we're going to start out with the hook. And in this case, we're just going to be making an ad for this deck of highly resistant playing cards here. So we're going to start out by exemplifying a problem. So we're going to go ahead and click on add right here to go ahead and add a clip of this video in. So when we click on the video clip here, we can go ahead and choose which duration of the video we want to go ahead and add in. So we can add in the whole thing, or we can add in a specific section of it. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and just add in a specific part. So I'm going to just add in this section of the clip right here. And we're going to just go ahead and preview this section here that we just added in, just kind of showcasing the cards. We can see the clip is 8.5 seconds, but I actually want it a bit shorter. So I'm going to come up here and click on speed, and I'm going to speed it up to 1.75. And this is going to make it around 4.2 seconds. So if we look at it again, typically we don't want our clips to go too long because we're trying to keep the ad short. So I'm going to go ahead and speed it up here And now we're just going to go ahead and put some text over it. So I'm going to go ahead and come over here to text, and I'm going to click on add a heading, and I'm going to drag this heading over here on top of the actual clip and make it the same length of the clip here. And I'm going to go ahead and put in the text for the hook by clicking on this here. And in this case, I'm going to go ahead and just put the text at the bottom, which you can go ahead and drag and drop the text wherever you want. And if you come up here, you can change the text color. In this case, I'm going to keep it as white, but I am going to come over here to text effects. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is open up text background fill by clicking this button right here. And I'm going to make the opacity 100. And I'm going to go ahead and make the text background here, in this case, like a dark red. And we can see that now we have this text caption right here that's acting as the hook for our video. And if we wanted to go ahead and add some animation to this text, we could. So I could go ahead, click on animation, and I could click on text box, and I'm going to go ahead and change the animation to just slide in from the left here. And then if I go ahead and preview that, we can see that the text box slides in from the left. And just like that, we've went ahead and made our initial scene. So I'm going to come back here to uploads here, and what I'm going to go ahead and do is make one more scene here that's going to be highlighting the problem before we actually showcase the product. So I'm going to come back over here and add in a second scene right here and clip it shorter, just like we did before. Go ahead and add this in. I'm going to drag it down here, put it on the end right there. And then I'm going to come back over here to text, and I'm going to go ahead and add another heading. And I'm going to put this heading right here. So first we have to go ahead and increase the size of this video as well to make it match the screen. And then if we play this out here, in this case, I'm going to put the text on the top. And then we can come over here. I'm going to click zoom out so that way we can see this easier. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the next set of ad copy in right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing for the text effects. I'm going to go ahead and make the background this project color right here, because we can go back to colors we've used in the project before. And I'm going to make the text the same. And this time I'm going to go to the animations, and I'm going to click on text box, and instead I'm going to make it slide from the right, because last time we slid from the left. So if I came and previewed that right here, we can see that this time it slides in from the left. So just like that, we've went ahead and created our first two scenes, so we can see how easy it is to actually go ahead and create these different scenes inside of InVideo. We're just essentially uploading parts of the video clips we have and then putting the text captions over it. And then as long as you're following the template we covered earlier, your video ad is going to come out looking good. So let's go ahead and finish this up by adding a few more slides in here. So now we're going to go ahead and get into actually introducing the product here. So I'm going to go ahead and take a clip from this video right here, and I'm going to go ahead and add that in and drag it down here. So pretty much the same exact process. We're just going to be continually rinsing and repeating the same process for each one of these clips by dragging them in and then adding in a heading. And this process definitely goes a lot quicker if you've went ahead and pre-wrote out all of the copy for the actual ad ahead of time, as well as if you were following the template we used. So if you're following the template and you have all of the copy pre-made, making the actual ad itself is going to be extremely easy. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and put in this third heading right here. I'm going to go ahead and do the same things where I go ahead and give it the background, and I'm going to give this one a different animation here of maybe I'll make it slide in from the left again. So we'll just keep alternating from left to right, from left to right. and then we can go ahead and see that. But I actually have to make sure I put in the text, so we can go ahead and see that right here. So this is where the actual middle section of the ad starts, where we're actually showcasing the benefits and such of the product. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is I'm going to upload a couple more scenes here, because the next two scenes are going to be the same exact process. So I'm going to go ahead and upload those, and we'll be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and added a couple more scenes here for the meat of the video, as we can go ahead and see right here by letting this play through. But the next scene that we're going to add in is actually going to be a little bit different, because I'm not going to be adding in a video clip. I'm going to be adding in a couple images of the product here. So what I'm going to actually do here is I'm going to just add in this white background here, and I'm going to go ahead and just drag it over the entire background, and we can see that right now its length is already 5 seconds, so that works out good. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and showcase that the decks come in 3 different colors. So I'm going to add a heading onto this once again, and I'm going to go ahead and change the text color to the red that we've been using. I'll drag this up top just like this, and now I'm going to go ahead and go back to uploads, and I'm going to go ahead and upload the actual images of the different product variations we have here. So in this case, we will drag this and line it up. So we can go ahead and put that here, add this second image in, and then we'll add the last variation in right here. Go ahead and put that right there, move this one over a little bit, and then I could go ahead and add in 3 smaller things right here. So we're going to just add in this text, and I'm going to just go ahead and put red, and we'll change the text color to the same color we've been using. I'm going to drag this right here. I'm going to come over here, drag this in, and then I'm going to actually right click on this and click on duplicate, which allows us to make another one, which will speed up this process a little bit. We can change this to blue, and then I'm going to right click on this and put this down here, and this one is going to be changed to gold. So that's how we can go ahead and add in images. So if we wanted to have an image slide like this that we're creating just with images and text, that's how we can go ahead and do that. So we can see that we'll transition here from this video to this decks come in 3 different colors right here. So now if we go ahead and come back over to uploads, I'm going to go ahead and just add in one more video slide, and then we're going to add in the call to action at the end. Alright, so I went ahead and added in the last scene here, which is just going to be a call to action. So we can see here, say goodbye to weak flimsy cars for good, click here to get yours now. And in this case, actually, after you preview that here, we can see that I actually would rather have this here at the bottom, and I'm going to change the animation here to go ahead and slide from the bottom. If we preview this again, we can see that that goes ahead and looks a bit better. So that's how we can go ahead and create an ad inside of a video. So at this point, the only thing we need to go ahead and do is just add in some background music. So if I come over here to music, we can see that we can browse a bunch of different songs in here. And if we go ahead and just click on different tracks, you can go ahead and preview them depending on the theme you're looking for. So in this case, if you go ahead and just click on any of these, you can actually go ahead and preview it. And then once you find one you like, you can go ahead and just click the add button right here, and just make sure that your selector here is at the beginning of the video. And as long as it is, then it's going to go ahead and autofill the entire video with the music starting from the beginning, so you don't have to do any editing or anything like that. You just pick the track and then the background music is there. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the ad that we have just created. So we can see that just like that, in about 10 minutes, we went ahead and created a Facebook video ad using the template that we specified earlier. So like I said, using the template definitely helps save you a lot of time and effort, because you're essentially just filling in the blanks when you already have the template set up. And actually creating the ad itself inside of InVideo is very easy and intuitive. So once you go ahead and create the ad, you can go ahead and just come up here to download, and you can choose to export it right here in 1080p once you are finished. And then, like I said before, I would recommend creating about 10 different variations of your ad to go ahead and make sure that you are testing out a bunch of different variations, a bunch of different hooks, to ensure that you are finding the winning ad as quickly as possible. Once again, be sure to check out InVideo and use the code CEC25 for 25% off all paid plans with InVideo. And with that said, if you found this video helpful, be sure to leave it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel for more videos, and I will see you guys in another one.